Okay, hello, welcome back to Fat Bear Week Day 3. Today we have matchups 5 and 6, and if you don't know what Fat Bear Week is, just go look at the first video. I have it in, I'll put the link in the void. I explain what it is. I also have a very special guest today. I have my brother with me who's going to give some commentary.
I'm here.
There you go. Alright, so let's start with matchup 5. Can you stop wiggling?
Sorry.
I'm going to keep that in. All right, let's start with matchup 5. In the competition of Floof versus Ferocity, hashtag Fat Bear Junior Champ 132's Spring Cub faces 128 Grazer, who is famously known for routing her rivals. Young and hungry for salmon, mom's milk, and for a second 2021 title, can 132's cub imitate this pugnacious mom, or will this mighty mama teach this cub a lesson? 132's cub is brand new to the competition. We've never seen her before. And what's kind of interesting here is I completely missed this, and I apologize for this. I did not know this was happening. But last week there was actually Fat Bear Junior, which is a junior competition for the younger cubs, and I think that this was very wholesome because at the end of the day, what they decided is whoever wins the junior competition is going to make it into the, the actual Fat Bear Week. And so I think it was very kind of them to include 132. But I think, even before getting into the analysis, I think it's very clear that 128 Grazer is the winner because, again, as I mentioned in the first video, there are two ways in which you can look at these matchups. First, you can look at relative weight gain, in which you can look at the before and after pictures, or you can just judge by raw mass. And what I like to do is go by raw mass. And given that 132 is a cub, it's pretty obvious that she is very small compared to 128 Grazer. So, just looking at her, she still looks great. I would not say that she gained a massive amount of weight. Just looking at her, it seems that she's fully fluffed out, which I think is very impressive on its own. And so, I do want to congratulate 132 for coming out this year, and I hope to see her next year too. But I think the clear winner here is 128 Grazer, who will therefore advance to the semifinals. So I think it's a clear-cut win, but I am interested to see if the public will vote for 132 just based on empathy, cuteness, not sure. Do you have any comments?
You could tell Grazer's definitely more fully grown. When you look at Spring Cub, it's got stumpy little legs.
Yeah, she's a little baby. Oh, okay, this is a very interesting result. The 132 Spring Cub is winning. Okay, well, I am surprised in that I assumed that the public would go by raw mass, and given that I am the Bexpert here, actually, I don't even think you need to be a Bexpert to see that she's clearly an adult and much bigger. So I think I'm a little bit shocked that the Spring Cub made it. I'm also very disappointed in this result because this is the second year in a row in which 128 has been robbed of her opportunity. I mentioned it on day 1 that I felt she was robbed back in her face-off against 32 Chunk. And so this would be the second year in a row. I really have no words for this. This is very confusing to me. But at the same time, I'm not. I think she wins by cuteness, but that we are here to win. This is not a cuteness competition. Well then, happy hibernation, 128. I'm sorry that you lost. I do think that you were robbed of this opportunity and that the public is too emotional. All right, let's go with matchup 6. Get ready. It's the heavy hunk versus the chonky chunk in the matchup of 151 Walker and 32 Chunk. Can 151 Walker's substantial silhouette eclipse 32 Chunk's voluminous visage? Weigh in on the battle of the bodacious badonkadonks. Okay, so we have already established that Walker is absolutely enormous with that just juicy behind. Like, I swear to God, this is so round that they must have derived pi from the rotundity of this ass. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. Now, 32 Chunk is a formidable competitor because he was in the finals last year. Now, he did get second place, But I'm happy to see him again. And I think he's done a great job. I think he did a little bit better last year, just looking at it first glance, looking at his form. This picture is also very, very strange. He's apparently in the downward dog yoga pose in this picture. So I'm very confused as to why they decided to choose this angle. But even just looking at, for example, face size, looking at, the size of the snout of 151 Walker versus 32 Chunk, and then just looking at how, meaty 151 is, and how not as meaty 32 Chunk is. You can see clearly that Walker's belly hangs lower. It is perfectly in line with his knees, whereas here it only meets the mid-thigh. So again, this is a bit of a weird position, but in my Bexpert opinion, I'm going to give this one to 151 Walker. Do you have any comments?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really hard to beat 151 here.
Yeah?
It's looking pretty hefty, I'm not going to lie. It's definitely a front runner in this competition.
151 has completely eclipsed 32 Chunk. This is actually very sad. 32 Chunk has fallen so far compared to last year. Again, he was in the finals last year and he did get second place. So I'm a little bit shocked that he's fallen so far. Okay, clearly he must have just been, I don't know what happened in the off season, but clearly something has gone wrong. Maybe he was pushed around too much. Maybe he didn't establish enough dominance. I'm not sure. But 32 Chunk, I hope this isn't too discouraging. I really do hope that he's going to show up next year. But this is truly a loss. I don't think I've seen a bear fall this far before in the past based on past analysis of, diving into the archives of these bears' histories. But maybe he'll come back stronger next year. We'll see what happens. Do you have any final comments on Flat Bear Week?
No, I think it's a good recap of the day.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow then for day 4. Peace out.